Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly an honor to be here today. All that big name about first guest speaker, I don't know what that is. But I'm really glad to be here today. Ape, I really thank you for giving me this honor. I don't take it for granted. I know it sounds cliche when people come and say these things, but I truly, truly mean it from the bottom of my heart that I'm truly, truly grateful for this opportunity. There's something different when you talk to a hungry crowd. When a crowd is hungry, they pull stuff out of you that you didn't know was there. And we've been locked up for so long. I mean, I've been talking online, I've been doing it, but it's like, oh, finally, we get to go and meet real people. Talk with real people, see their faces, see their expressions. I'm happy to be here. So I have 30 minutes on me. I will try to stay with my notes. Let's just get this. So for those who, thank you for those who came on my invitation. I see some of them, Lizzie, Kola, Chimeze. I don't know if Eze is here, but I'm sure if he is, I'll let him, he'll meet with me afterwards. So thank you for having me, Overhaul. The title of today's lecture is Overhaul. So it's a lecture. I should just read my notes, right? And go and sit down. No, did you used to interact with your lecturers in university? They just tell you what to tell me. So it's a lecture. Okay, I'd like an interactive class. Okay, so what is structural growth? Let's go to. Okay, I didn't bother to find. Okay, fine. What is structural growth? I didn't bother to write a lot on my screen. I just want you to pay attention. It's just mostly graphics. Structural growth basically are systems provided for society, right? That enables growth happen. So I'll start by saying systems and structures are pillars of any worthwhile venture. Whether it's a family, whether it's a business, whether it's running a country, or even building a structure. Structural growth is necessary and they are the pillars. This is a building. It's standing on a structure. You don't need to see the structure, but the structure has to be functional for the building to be useful, isn't it? Without the structure, it's like Adamoeba. It helps nobody, right? So for a structure to be functional, a system that enables it function according to the design for which it was done must be in place. It's not enough to just have a structure. It has to be in accordance with a design. There's something that needs to be achieved when you put a structure in place. And so if for any reason you have a structure that is not aligning with the original design of a place, for instance, we in the building industry will say your design is failing. It's failing because your structure is not helping us achieve the purpose for which this building was designed. I just wanted to go a bit technical here before I go to the real overhaul, what we are trying to do when we say we need to overhaul our structures. I want you to understand what a structure is, okay? So today, we want to look at factors that affect growth, how it affects us as a people, and how we can affect it as well. The affecting is two ways. It affects us and we affect it. And the lessons we can draw so that we can properly overhaul for progress. Okay, so there are many factors that trigger structural growth. Let's look at Nigeria, for instance. There's been a global pandemic. It's changed things forever, isn't it? I doubt that the world will really go back to the way it used to be. We have to now adapt to the new way new structures have to be put in place so that the world can function for us. Otherwise, we will fail. So what influences structure? What are the factors that influence these kinds of structural growth in any society? Technical innovations. Facebook changed many things, didn't it? Global shifts. There was a time that it looked like China was going to overthrow America. Did you see those videos saying we should start learning how to speak Mandarin? That's change. That's a global shift. And so structures now have to adjust so that we can make the most of the new world we are going into. Changes in available resources. Flood can completely change the way a place can be accessed. Gold or diamonds situated in a particular place, and then there's an upheaval, there's a crisis, there's a fight going on. Suddenly we do not have access to that resource anymore, and it changes how we do things. That can affect structural growth. And then, of course, changes in demand and supply. Today, a lot of the purchases that we make today are now online. They are no longer physical. People now make calls and purchase things online. It's necessary. If not, you might starve if there's no open restaurant because of COVID. Changes in demand and supply. I'm listing these factors because as someone who wants to influence the world that we are today, you need to see what the problems are and the solutions that you can provide. I'm sure that in the time you've been in this class, you've understood that you cannot be rewarded if you're not a problem solver, right? There are problems. I'm listing problems, so technical innovation, global shift, changes in available resources, changes in demand and supply, and the politics. Look at what is happening in America. I mean, we don't live there, but it's affecting us somehow, isn't it? People won't mind their business, even in Nigeria. And it seems like whatever happens in specific countries tends to affect the whole world. What happens in Nigeria affects all of Africa. If a bad person comes into leadership, Africa suffers, whether or not they like it. Structure, growth, structural growth caused by these factors. These are problems. As people that are going to influence things, how do we now look at the solutions? So how does this factors that I've listed, how do they affect us? They affect the way we employ. They affect our economic purchasing power. Yes. 20,000, even 3 months ago, is not 20,000 today. I mean, just yesterday I was thinking about how many things have gone up. Fuel, what do you call it now? Light bills. Everything has changed. Our purchasing power is affected because the economy is suffering structural growth. Productivity. Are we still productive as a nation, as a people? Young people, spending so much time on television, watching their lives away. If you are the one sitting down in this class, they think something is wrong with you. I mean, there's Big Brother to catch up to. Why are you wasting your time coming for Club 10? Not to do. Not to do. Even labor is no longer readily available. As someone who has run businesses over time, labor is available with people who are willing. Today now we are suffering the pressure from people who don't want to do regular jobs anymore. Everybody has a dream to be a celebrity, a superstar. And the things that we need to eat, the food we need to eat, people don't want to farm anymore. They think that farming is for uneducated people. As if you can be a celebrity if there's no food. Do you see all the problems that are emerging as a result of structural growth? Do you recognize anything that you think you are wired to solve? I'm getting to how you can overhaul your system. Land and resource control. I grew up in the southern part of the country, even though I'm not from there. Their favorite words, with all due respect, is resource control. Resource control. We have access to oil. We are indigenous. It's a big deal. There's a problem there. There are gaps there. It's affecting us, so whether we like it or not. We can say we don't care. Why am I bringing up these things? Because I want you to care. I want you to look at the economy you find yourself in today and pay attention to what is going on around you. Why are we a third world country? What does third world even mean? What does that mean for you? If you travel out of the country, what chances do you have as somebody from a third world country? Is it that you are not as intelligent as they are? Or are there systems and structures from that other economy that is designed to keep you down? You see, it's not enough to just have desires to focus on a dream. You need to know how everything around you aligns with your goal and purpose. And I believe that you are in this class because you know that you are designed for something great and you want to find it. Pay attention to what is going on around you. There's the entrepreneurship drive that is kicking off all over the world. And research says that Nigeria is at the top of the list. Nigerian women, not just Nigeria, Nigerian women are at the top of the list. I was amazed when I saw that research. I'm thinking, yeah, come on now. Something is about to give here. Nigerians are truly resourceful people. Problem solvers. But why are we not making the kind of impact we need to make in society? What is stopping us as a people? Many people have decided many things because of the COVID. I will quit that job. I will start that business. I will relocate from Nigeria. I will move to the village. Because you've told yourself that the way the structural growth has affected me, I cannot cope. I have to go back. Because I can't go big, I must go. A lie. We die here. We die here. This success, my name is on it. So even if we don't go big now, we are going to be going big, small, but we are not giving up. We will die on the road to success. I hope I'm annoying somebody small. There are many problems in the world that are existing. Please find your niche. Find your niche. Like Akita said, if you have any ideas, put them down now. Okay? Find your niche. So how do we overhaul the system? Okay, I forgot to talk about the effects of... Okay, I've talked about that. So how do we overhaul the system? How do we overhaul the system? I've listed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 aspects that I think we can overhaul the system. Our personal growth. Anything that allows us to become valuable in a structural growth that does not want to accommodate us. See, this world is designed to test you and your mettle. It's standard procedure. Those challenges that you think are village people or the devil sometimes are authorized to test you, to make sure you pass the test of influence value. Nobody will pay you for what you are not doing. Forget how things work in Nigeria. If you want to make impact in the world, there are systems in the world, there are structural growth patterns in the world you need to align yourself with. So let's talk about the mindset. I love talking about the mindset. Everything starts and rises, falls and rises on the mind. The quality of your mind. What does mindset even mean? Mindset means your perspective. How do you look at life? How do you make decisions about what you see? An example of a mindset, I'll illustrate using two people. One person, two people are marked to be fired in an office for whatever reason. Maybe good, maybe bad. One person crumbles completely under that pressure. I can't survive, I can't make it. Things are not going to work for me. I'm done for, I don't die. And then the other person thinks, okay, this is a setback. Maybe they even cry a bit, but they get up and they do something about it. Two mindsets. The mindset I want to recommend that you have today is the growth mindset. Growth mindset. There are two kinds of mindsets, fixed and growth. In the areas that align with your purpose, please have a growth mindset. I say this because you can have a growth mindset in one area of your life. For instance, your relationship. You can have a fixed mindset about marriage. See? There are many unhealthy mindsets out there. If you talk to a lot of Nigerian people, youth, you would see people sharing very unwholesome mindsets. I shake my head when I hear them sometimes. Because I'm like, this thing is going to injure you later. When you are ready to start making impact, you won't be able to hear anything else but this bad mindset that you are speaking to yourself. Everything you say, the warrior inside you is hearing it. And when it's time to wake up, the warrior in you has been malnourished. Please, I need you guys to address this issue of mindset. There are 3 aspects of mindset I want you to adopt today. Or to ditch, rather. Ditch the dependency mindset. Nobody in the world owes you anything. It's a very hard mindset, especially if you come from a family where you have been pampered. You may feel like the world owes me something. Can you ditch that mindset? Nobody owes you anything in this world. You have been born. You are privileged if you have parents who sent you to school and educated you to the best of their ability. Now make something of that. Please. Ditch the mediocrity mindset. To be mediocre means to say everything, I'm okay, I'm comfortable with being small. If I just get my golf, if I just get it. I used to be like that. I used to just feel, I don't want, for a long time, I wasn't even sure I could be an architect because I told myself that I didn't have what it took to design. I felt like I wanted to do big designs, industrial designs, but I felt I didn't have what it took. So I settled for, let me design furniture and interior. I think that they're easy. But as I got involved in architecture, and then, of course, we did a course on interior, I realized that you cannot dodge this thing. This mediocrity I'm trying to run away from, it will not allow me be. I'm trying to remain in. Greatness will not allow me accept it. Mediocrity is a very terrible mindset. And for I don't know, many youth have it. Who I be? Who dash monkey banana? I don't have I don't have money. I don't have what it takes. I don't know. No. Please ditch that mindset today. Okay? And then the entitlement mindset is the opposite of I don't want anything. So I want everything plus your own. I deserve it, even when I didn't work for it. Entitlement is a very ugly, it's so ugly when I see people with it. Especially young people. Their parents will be in old age and still be hustling for their children because their children are entitled. God forbid that should be any one of us here. God forbid. Overhaul your mindset. Overhaul your mindset. What is the meaning of overhaul, really? To critically evaluate something, to see how it is, and to repair what needs to be repaired, and change what needs to change so that you can move forward. That's the meaning of overhaul. So we are overhauling our mindsets. Do you have any mindsets that are not doing you any good? Deal with it. The second thing I want us to consider today is capacity. So we are talking about mindset. We've talked about ensuring that you overhaul your mindset. Now, how do you now build capacity? You can be the best and the nicest person in the room. You have a good heart. We know. But when it comes to getting that position for something, if you don't have capacity, we have to drive you. We have to tell you, go and stand outside till you get capacity. Capacity is like this. It's like this tumbler. There are certain problems that you will recognize at this level, right? For you to recognize more problems that you can solve, you need to be a bit bigger than this tumbler, right? So if somebody wants to give you, okay, so we've agreed that we are problem solvers and we get paid to solve problems as people who want to influence the world, right? And this is the income that can come from solving problems. Please, can you help me open this? If you have capacity for organization, we will pay you for it. If you have capacity to be disciplined, you have skills that we require, we'll pay you for it. You will be rewarded. Now we're looking at inviting you to the big corporate organizations. Your capacity is looking like it's small now. You need to start building that capacity. Otherwise, there'll be no room for you. There'll be money to pay you, but you can't collect it. Your capacity has not grown to the point where you can receive, money on the table. Wasting away because you lack capacity. Do you see how that works? You owe it to yourself to work on your capacity. What is capacity? Your ability to execute stuff efficiently. Last year, 2 years ago, there are some things I can do now that I couldn't do. To build your capacity, you need to work on your skills. See, building capacity is like shining. You are light. Nobody can shine for you. And yesterday, I put up a post on my social media community, and I said that light of the world is not a title. It is a description. Everywhere we go, we say, I'm the light of the world, arise and shine. Do you know what light is? Do you know what it means to arise and to shine? To be light. That's topic for another day. I can take a whole class teaching about what light is and how to really shine. But if you build your capacity, you start to shine in your sphere of influence. Start with where you are. Start with what you know. But please don't stop there. Okay? Then choose to conform. Choose the discipline of conformity. Every single thing you need to do requires you to conform to a set of standards. You want to become the president of a country, there are a set of standards that you must have. There are a set of standards you must follow. It takes you to discipline yourself. Today, if I want to become the president of a country, I can't run some things on social media. They will dig it up when I'm ready to run for office. You get my point? So you constrain yourself and align yourself to the disciplines that are required for that goal that you have in mind. Okay? Whether it's your areas of your attitudes, whether it's in your conversations, your behaviors, your beliefs, align yourself. Be disciplined and conform to the expected standards of where you are going. Information. Okay, associations. I don't know what to say about associations, except that you are here. There's something here that will give you psychological permission to pursue that dream that you have. You may have close friends and family who may always laugh at you, but when you come to an event like this, and you see that you're not alone, you're among people who are focusing on the same thing, it gives you psychological permission. It gives you exposure. It proves that you are not alone and that you can achieve this thing, and you set out to achieve it. Associations are very, very, they are one of the most subtle ways of influencing people. Watch your associations. Learn to associate with the right people. See, deliberately seek out new associations. I know you will come, people will come for you. They will say, it's because you are not making it, so you are trying to act like you are better than us. Please, people of God, watch your associations. Jesus was very nice, but he was not friends with everybody. Not everybody could enter his inner circle. Audit your associations. It's not everybody that should be in your sphere of influence. Audit it. Do you have that friend that is a nice person, but that friend that is a nice person talks somehow? Sometimes when they want to find out something about you, they go and talk to your friend because they know if they ask you, you will not say. So they meet your friend. Your friend is a good person, but having her in your inner circle is going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you, mister. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are some people, it's not because they are bad that they cannot be in your close circles. But you need to watch. There's a goal, there's a future, and if you're aligning yourself to the standards, it's not everybody you will carry along. Watch your associations. It's ever so important now more than ever. Information. Information. Information is all around us. It's data. It's not really the information that matters. It's what you do with the information that you hear. Information, when digested, becomes knowledge. It's not everybody that has knowledge. Forget what they claim they know. We will know what you know by what you show. Your behavior, your results will give us your report card. Information. So it is the glory of God to conceal information. Life will always hide information. It is the glory of a king to search it out. Am I talking to kings and queens with kingdoms waiting to conquer? It is your duty to search for information. Be proud of your appetite. It's not everybody that has appetite for knowledge and information. It's not everybody. I used to think everybody wanted to know stuff, but not everybody does. Have no shame for having appetite in that area. Information. Take pride in your appetite. Some information is useless to you. Identify it quickly. Even spiritual information. A few days ago, I saw an argument about whether Jesus was white, black, Middle Eastern. Normally, I wouldn't comment, but I thought I should just comment on that thing. And I said, I ditched the idea of wanting to know a long time ago because it's not important to anything. It doesn't change how I live. It doesn't change where I'm going. It doesn't change the goal. So what if it's white, if it's black, what does it mean? What does it do to us? It means nothing. So be very careful the information you invest energy on because your energy is finite. Energy is finite. You won't have energy forever. If you don't make use of energy when you can, it will run out. Youth is not... When you are young, you think the world, you have the world. Oh, God. Suddenly you are getting older every day and you just realize one day that time has passed. Information. See, you are a king. Take time and search out it. You see that information people will pay you for because people don't want to search. People don't want to look for info. You will search it, repackage it, and sell it to them at premium, and they will pay you for it. Please, make it part of your life philosophy that you will search out information and hand it over to people and let them pay you for it. That's how you can make yourself useful when there's a structural breaking down going on. As there's a structural growth taking place, these are the things you use to make yourself valuable. Finally, I want to talk about your sphere of influence. The circle of people you have around you and the circle you want to control. Choose to play big. I know Architect Ake just talked about playing big. People think you either play big or go home. But he tried to, put some perspective to it that going big does not necessarily mean landing bam at the beginning as a big person. But taking those small steps until all of them adding up together make you big. But please make up your mind from the beginning to go big. Make up your mind from the beginning to go big. Okay, so I accidentally pushed that. I gave an acronym to big. I said business instead of games. As you are here making up your mind to become someone of influence. As you are here making up your mind to become someone of influence, make up your mind to be in real business. And I don't mean business as in you must have a business, but whatever it is you choose to do, treat it as the way you would treat a business. Business instead of games. You're not here to play games. You are not too young to make impact. Choose to go big. Like, let the overall vision of what you hope to achieve is to go big. It's not in your interest or the interest of anybody around you to play small. How can you really influence the world if you are small? And though small is not bad, small is a great place to start. But let your journey be leading you towards going big. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. My time is up.